Thoughts and prayers to everybody in New Orleans with that situation that occurred with that guy starting on New Year's Day, pushing his truck into that crowd, 10 unalived, and then everything that went down, and they had done alive him. It was crazy. I mean, and then you think about any big city and big place, and you just kind of get wondering and what have you. But then you also got to consider the Super Bowl's only a month away from there, so you can't be having nothing that seems odd or suspect. It's not a good look. You don't ever want to hear this news, but you're really not expecting to hear something like that. And that's just kind of like, wow, that's pretty heavy to start. And, it's just tragic. It's really sad. It's kind of like, what is going on? It's like, can you ever go a day or a moment without something, without something going on, something being said, just it just ain't right. So anyway, they, everything. It's a lot of sadness, a lot of tragic, um, glaring reality, and you just don't think to start the year off like that. You don't like to start to think that someone would have their mindset to do so much damage, and it's just a tragic event to start the year off in New Orleans. New Orleans is a very beautiful place when it's done right, and has a lot to offer, and a lot to see, and a lot to take in, a lot to treasure, and a rich culture, uh, with a vast display, and a great, um, a lot of richness there when it's done right, without all the extra. But this is just evil. This was just wrong. This is like you're not expecting this to happen like that, and the totality, the devastation, with everything that's happened with Katrina back in the day and everything they went through, um, not the kind of thing that you want to have to see, not the kind of thing that you want to have to have go through, and it's a real sad event. It's a real sorry state of affairs, and you'd like to think that things would be better, um, a better balance, but it's just really a sad and horrific time. So I want to send thoughts and prayers to all the people that were impacted by it. Um, I hadn't even really, much as I was doing stories and reading stuff, I hadn't gotten the full totality. And then when I got it, I'm like, oh man, that is just too horrific. That's just really something that you don't really want to have to intake, and you know, it's really devastating to the mind and the psychic and the soul. So I want to send thoughts and prayers to all the people, and this might be day number one in the new year, but let's hope that things get better there and beyond. That this don't become that this is not a foresight or anything, because it was really quite hard to digest, quite hard to cipher through. So thoughts and prayers are with New Orleans and people impacted, and everybody deserves better than that. Anything that's going on, and in light of everything, it's one of those things that you just don't like to at any time. But we starting off a new year, and you really don't want this. So anyway, I just want to take the time to acknowledge it, and send thoughts and prayers, and let people know that, hey, um, all right, I'm out. This is heavy.